Liseberg is best.
Oh, best. Hello and welcome to Liseberg. Here joined by Jemima once again. If you haven't checked out the Alton Towers vlog, go check that out. I literally just posted it today as of the time of recording. It's a very sunny day here at the park. We're going to be getting on some fantastic new attractions, well, at least for us, including Boulder just behind us. Don't know if you can see it. Valkyria, I think that's pronounced, Valkyria, and as well as what could very well be a top 5 roller coaster for me, Helix. We saw it testing earlier and it looks amazing. There's so many brand new attractions for us to get on here. We're in Sweden, first time for us, and I think we're gonna have a very good day. Already the park atmosphere is very impressive. It feels more than a typical amusement park. And there's a fantastic system as well that I've got to mention, that we're here with some wristbands. And the way they organise it is that, well, you know how Blackpool used to be free to enter? Well, this park isn't quite free to enter. I'm sure it's like £7 or £6 roughly, well, Great British pounds. I don't know how much that is in Swedish krona. But basically you could get your wristbands via a machine, and I really think that was a fantastic way to get into the park personally. It was efficient, cheap, and yeah, it was just very quick. But I think what we're going to do now though is to start our fantastic day here at Liseberg is get on Boulder. It's already got a bit of a queue, you can probably see behind me, so we may as well join it now. It's a brand new roller coaster for me, an Intamin prefab, the first one I'm ever going to do. So let's see if it's any good. Well, we just had 2 rides there on Boulder, as well as an extra Helix behind us, as well as an extra ride on Loki, which was a...
It was good.
I timed that badly. Had an extra ride there on Loki as well, which is this kind of... It's an Intamin flat ride. I don't know exactly what it is. It's kind of like Maelstrom at Drayton Manor, if you're familiar with that, back at home in the UK. The 2 rides we had on Boulder though were fantastic. One in the front row and one in the back row. Personally, I preferred the front. Don't know what you thought, really.
It was quite, yeah.
But it was a really unique ride in the sense that it was incredibly smooth. And I presume that's the same with all these Intamin prefab roller coasters. But yeah, there was some really fantastic ejector and floater airtime on that attraction. You were a big fan of it, weren't you, Jemima?
I thought it was fantastic. I really liked it. Definitely recommend.
One ride we maybe wouldn't recommend as much was Loki. I thought it was a little bit...
Yeah.
I don't know whether we're just a bit dehydrated. We'll give it another ride maybe tomorrow because we are here for 2 days. But we weren't as impressed by Loki.
It was pretty cool, but then you started to feel sick, I found.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just because we're tired.
Yeah. Okay, you can probably hear the ride we're about to go on next. Can't really see it, but we're going to go on Helix. Really looking forward to this ride. It looks to be the best roller coaster at the park. Let's go and see if it really is. Helix is a fantastic roller coaster. That ride surprised me in so many ways. First of all, the airtime in a few certain locations on that ride was fantastic. The transitions, amazing. The inversions were incredibly whippy and very forceful as well. I'm so impressed with that ride. I knew it was going to be top 5 worthy, but did I expect it to be that good? No, not at all. That has made the trip out to Sweden and to Liseberg worth it in my opinion. Together with Boulder that we've already done already, we're in for a good day here at Liseberg. The park hours today are from 1 o'clock till 10 o'clock at night, so we've still got lots of time to get on some of the attractions here. Unfortunately, because the park opens at 1 o'clock, we did have to go and get some lunch. It was quite cheap. We went to a place called Max, I think it was, but not Max and More, it's like the Efterly. It was just like like a burger place basically. We had some good food there. It wasn't too expensive, wasn't too cheap, so it was pretty adequate pricing in my opinion. But more on Helix for a second then. We're actually just positioned right near this first inversion that you can't see very well because of the sun at the moment. But yeah, Helix is a fantastic ride. What are your thoughts, Jemima?
I found it very entertaining. It was fantastic. One thing that V mentioned beforehand, the launches were very anticlimactic. It was like a
bit of a push.
Literally on the ride, the stuff was just like, yeah.
Yeah, if that's any downside to this fantastic roller coaster, it's the launches. You don't get anything at all.
Like you sit there and like, okay.
Yeah, if that's something that Icon does better than Helix, it's the launches. I've got to say the first launch was better than the second, but overall the launches don't really compare to the likes of Blue Fire or some of the launch coasters we've got back home like Stealth or like Rita, for example. It's still a fantastic ride nonetheless.
Amazing, yeah.
And the airtime and inversions more than make up for it, so I don't mind that really. It's not a launch coaster where the launch is the main part of the ride. I think that's the best way to put it really. I think what we're going to do now though is probably see what rides to get on. Maybe Liseberg Bahnen?
Yeah.
A very old Schwarzkopf roller coaster. Unfortunately I can't bring you on ride today because, well, they've changed their rules on on-ride filming, so oh, here it comes again. Where is it? I lost it for a second then. So we can't film on ride today, but nonetheless, I don't even know where it's going. This ride intertwines all around the hill. It's really fantastic. Yeah, we can't film on ride today, which is unlucky, but we're not going to let that spoil our day at all. So we're going to head over, probably get on some more rides because this park is really, really beautiful. The sun is incredibly bright today at Liseberg, but basically since the last time I spoke to you we've got on Luna, which I thought was a fantastic addition for this year, brand new for 2023, as well as the whole kind of area around Luna basically. It's a Vekoma Boomerang, and I thought, well, Vekoma Junior Boomerang, and I thought it was quite a good investment actually for this park. The whole area is nicely themed. I'm aware the actual area opened last year, but Luna, the star attraction, opened this year. After that we then went on Valkyria, and we actually went as single riders basically. So Jemima went on first, I went on second, and the reason for that is because they actually have to, well, you have to pay for a locker in order to get on this ride. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I think a lot of the American parks do operate a similar kind of system. I wasn't interested in paying, so what we did is Jemima and we just swapped holding each other's stuff as we went around to have a go on a pretty good B&M dive coaster. I thought the theming was light, but did its job. I thought the soundtrack, actually composed by Imascore, was pretty good and pretty underrated actually. That was nice. And overall, I thought it was one of the best B&M dive coasters. Oh, it's getting a bit dark there. Overall, I thought it was one of the best B&M dive coasters I've ever done. It doesn't quite have the theming as Baron 1898, but I thought it was quite good nonetheless. The drop's also very nice on there, naturally being a dive coaster. That is the favourite part of the ride on any dive coaster that I've ridden. But then after we went on Valkyria, we then went on a rapids ride called Colorado, I think it was called. Is that correct? Colorado? Oh, it's dark that way. I'm trying to make sure the camera angle works, that it's not too dark. Yeah, Colorado was a good, fun rapids ride, much better than the rapids back home.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
It was fantastic. Great fun. I got soaking all down my side, you probably can't see. But yeah, and just walking around the park, oh, it makes me so excited to ride, Helix again.
Oh yeah.
There it is. You can't see very much of it. I'm aware the camera settings probably didn't work then. But yeah, I think what we're going to do now though, is that we're going to ride a few dark rides, well, just one dark ride, just at the back end of the park. I've been told it's quite good, so yeah, we're going to give it a go and check it out. After that, I think we may go up and do Helix again. If you're okay doing that, Jemima?
Oh yeah, definitely. Anything.
Yeah, probably do that. But we're having a fantastic day here at Liseberg. So what translates to Underworld, I think, was actually quite a nice dark ride. It's good for the kids. It was quite interactive actually, and I didn't expect the train to move in so many different like levels actually.
Yeah,
it's a really,
that was great.
yeah, it was a really unique dark ride actually. One of my favourites. We then went and did a Liseberg Bahnen, which was it's an old Schwarzkopf roller coaster basically. It was quite forceful, which is to be expected from these old
The brakes,
Schwarzkopfs.
yeah.
Yeah, the brakes were a bit sharp at the end there. I don't know if that's usual or not, but whew, it's a bit like Shockwave back in the UK. But yeah, we're having a fantastic day here at Liseberg. As part of the park's 100th anniversary, they've got quite a few celebrations going on, and hence why, well, the opening of Luna kind of coincided with that, so that's quite cool, seeing a new attraction for their 100th anniversary. And overall, the park's got a really good atmosphere. In my opinion, it's like Blackpool Pleasure Beach, but better in terms of how they handle like some of the different themes of their rides, and also just the general atmosphere is very good. I think some of the theming's all right in places.
Really good.
I think they haven't gone overboard, which I think is good for an amusement park. I think if you go overboard in an amusement park, then areas of the park feel a bit left out in my opinion, but that's not the case here at Liseberg. Certainly around this area, it's got some very nice architecture. And there's also a big show stage over there, which I'll insert a clip of now. They seem to do quite a few events throughout the year. So if you're coming on one of the days when presumably one of the bands or some comedians speaking, presumably you get more out of your money, unless they sell the tickets separately. They very well may do. I don't know actually.
It's quite open there. Just
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So we don't know. I think what we may do now is go for a little ride on what seems to be a big Ferris wheel. It's more like an observation wheel, like the London Eye, but not as big as the London Eye. So it's on top of the hill. So we're gonna have to take the 2 escalators to get up there. Yeah, well, it's on top of the hill. Yeah, so we'll go and do that now. You know, this observation wheel is actually kind of cool. Well, I mean, you get an epic view of the park when you're at the very top. Naturally, I'm joined here by Jemima.
Hello.
Please don't do anything weird. And you get some fantastic views of the city behind us as well. We had a walk around Gothenburg, like the city itself, yesterday after flying in. And yeah, it is a beautiful city and it's very different to what we have back home. But yeah, this is the view I was talking to you about. Look at that. I look at Helix as well. Yeah, amazing. There's no park quite like this in the world. Oh, there it goes. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning ride. Yeah, Helix is definitely my favourite attraction here at the park. I think what we're going to do after we've been on this observation wheel is we're going to go and have some dinner because we're getting quite hungry. Yeah, we're getting quite hungry. Then I think some re-rides on Helix are in order.
Are we stopping?
Yeah. Are we stopping? No, we're not. No. Yeah, by the way, for anyone who's wanting to stay near the park, just behind us here, I don't know, yeah, there you go, is Gothia Towers. Now, we're not staying there tonight because it's quite expensive. We're doing the budget youth hostel version.
No windows.
Yeah, with no windows. But it's just across the park over there. I'll put links in the description to show you exactly where I'm talking about.
It's quite nice.
Yeah, but for the price we're getting, actually, for 3 nights, it's quite good. Because we are doing 2 days at Liseberg, remember. And yeah, the thing's coming to a stop now, so I better shut up. And yeah, can have some lunch. There's some re-rides. Okay, after doing Helix again, I've got to say it's definitely in my top 5. I think at the moment I'm going to put it in number 3, just behind Untamed and Expedition G-Force. We also got an Atmosphere, which is an old observation tower that got turned into a drop tower, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was. I got up there and I was like, take me off! Take me, I'm not doing this!
It was incredibly scary. Like, unfortunately I can't film on ride, but if I could... Oh, what? Oh no, no. Unfortunately I can't film on ride. I can't believe that. Unfortunately I can't film on ride. But the views from up there were amazing. Thankfully we were looking out across Helix and the rest of the park, and it's just gorgeous.
It really is.
I think what we're going to do now is head over to the log flume, because it is a specialty of ours to get on some of the log flumes at these typical amusement parks, seeing as we don't have many in the UK anymore.
Yeah.
So we're going to go get on the log flume. I had some very nice supper as well, actually.
Oh.
It's beautiful.
Very nice.
It's beautiful
I don't
supper.
know.
I've just fallen in love with log flumes all over again. That log flume was amazing. It was fantastic. The way it utilised the terrain, the fact there were 2 big drops on there, and we got absolutely soaked.
Oh yeah.
May not look it now because we went and got some sweets, but we got absolutely
We
drenched.
both sat in the front, so everyone else came off pretty much
Yeah.
dry, and we were just
We're just
soaked.
completely soaked. That is definitely going to be getting some re-rides on tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're gonna buy the photo as well because
Yeah.
it's just so good.
Like, it's one of those rides that we don't have many of in the UK, or any big ones at least. Like, we'll have the smaller log flumes dotted around the place, but they normally won't be very terrain integrated or really that good, to be completely honest. But that was
fast.
really, it was fast. It was so much fun, and we got drenched.
Yeah.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to get on another ride on Boulder. I don't know how much time we've got left of the night, but the thing is, because it's so bright at the moment and it's like 8 o'clock at night, we can probably get on quite a few more rides before the park closes at 10 o'clock. So there's still a few more rides to do before the park eventually closes for the night.
Oh, that's not a wall. That's not a wall.
I'm so awful at this. Not as bad as you though.
They wouldn't make it dead end.
Yeah, they would.
They have. Wait, give it.
Well, that was funny.
I only fell for it once.
Yeah, that's
Or
great.
twice.
I always love doing a mirror maze. It's something like Alton Towers
Oh, you're
should
filming?
have.
Oh,
Yes, I am
hello.
filming. No, I
That's
love
so
doing
attached
mirror
to my
mazes.
neck.
They're great. And it was also fantastic to meet up with those 2 boys over there. It's fantastic. It's always great to meet new people at the park. It's always a
We
privilege.
get that quite often, don't we? We're getting a lot of subscribers.
Yeah, actually,
from
no,
it.
we're gaining quite a lot of subscribers from it.
It's always the young boys.
I think what we're going to do now is head up back to Helix. I've said that so many times today. It's just like going to holiday
why
park.
wouldn't you go to Helix?
Yeah, exactly. It's a fantastic attraction. And it's got its lights on now as well, so I'll see if I can insert a few shots of it with the lights on. It looks really good. Well, we've had an absolutely amazing day here at Liseberg. We got on 2 final rides on Helix there, and I said I'd insert some footage of Helix with its lights on. They turned the lights off, so I felt a little bit awkward. I was trying to film the roller coaster, and there was like no lights on the trains, which was a little bit disappointing, but I'm sure I'll be able to capture some footage tomorrow, because remember, we're doing 2 days here at Liseberg, and that means there'll also be a day 2 vlog coming up on the channel, maybe at the same time as this, I don't know. We'll see what happens, see how quickly I can edit basically. But yeah, the highlights of the day have got to be Helix.
Oh yeah.
And I've got to say the log flume.
I love the flume.
Yeah, it's just an experience that we don't get in the UK.
They've even got like lights on there right now, so we're definitely gonna go on there when there are lights.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
the whole park is beautifully lit up at night, and I can only imagine what it looks like when it's pitch black outside. But
yeah.
it's 10 o'clock now, and it's still
bright.
incredibly
It's gonna be like
light.
this till like 1 in the morning.
Literally. Well,
yeah.
I mean, maybe not 1, but you get what I mean.
Maybe.
Yeah, we've had a great day here today. Boulder was amazing. Valkyria, we had a second ride on. That was also very impressive.
Very good.
Very smooth. Definitely my favourite dive coaster out of the bunch that I've ridden. It's a better overall experience than Baron in terms of like the ride experience. The theming, Baron still plays on top.
Oh, yeah.
But I like the ride better in that sense. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you all in the next one. Have a good day.